Hi everyone and welcome back. In this lecture I'm going to be showing you 5 essential verbs that you need to use in your review to get a high mark for vocabulary. So phrasal verbs are really essential to use in your review because they are informal and native speakers use these verbs all the time in their speech and in informal writing as well. If you don't know what a phrasal verb is a verb with a preposition attached, and this preposition changes the meaning of that verb. So the verb may look like it means something, but actually it will mean something completely different. These verbs are often very difficult to translate into other languages because they're very specific, they have very specific meanings. And these verbs can also be separable or inseparable, and their meaning can also change depending on if you can separate that verb or not. So I'm going to show you 5 phrasal verbs that you can use to talk about films or to write in your film review. So our first phrasal verb is to go down as. So this phrasal verb is inseparable. You cannot separate the verb from the preposition. You cannot put a pronoun in the middle of the verb or the preposition either. So go down as means when you are remembered for doing something. So for example, you could say, the film will go down in history for its stunning cinematography. So it will be remembered for its stunning cinematography. Or you could say, she went down in history as the best actress in the world. She was remembered as the best actress. So you can either use go down with in history. We tend to use those as a collocation. We put that noun phrase with the phrasal verb, go down in history. Or you can say go down as and then a noun. So go down as the best actress, go down as the best film, go down as an amazing person. So we tend to put a noun phrase after as. But go down generally means to be remembered for something. So you can definitely use this in your review if you're giving a positive review or a negative review as well. You can say this will go down as the worst film in history or the best film in history. So this is our first phrasal verb, to go down as. Our next phrasal verb is to come out. So this one you probably already know. If you are advanced level, you should know this verb already. Again, it's inseparable. You cannot put a pronoun in the middle of the verb or the preposition. And it means to be published or to make something public. For example, Guardians of the Galaxy came out in 2014. So it was published in 2014. So that's number 2, come out. Number 3 is to grow on. Again, this is inseparable. You cannot put a pronoun in the middle of the verb and the preposition. And this means when you start liking something more. So generally we use this for at the start, you didn't like this thing the first time you saw it, or you can also use it for a person. The first time you met a person, you didn't like them. And then after a while, you start to like that thing or that person. So for example, I really didn't think much of that film, but it grew on me after I watched it again. So the second time I started to like it, it grew on me. So again, it's inseparable. You cannot say it grew me on. That's not possible. It grew on me. The verb and the preposition always stays together. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4, to let down. You may also know this verb as well if you're advanced level. So this verb is separable. You can take away the verb and the preposition, put a pronoun in the middle. and it means when you disappoint someone, or can also mean to be disappointed if you use it in a passive way. For example, I heard that film was amazing, but I was so let down when I watched it. I was so disappointed when I watched it. Okay, so let down means to disappoint. A person can also let down another person. So you could say, he let me down. Again, you would separate the verb and the preposition, let me down. Or I let you down. Okay, so someone can let someone down, or something can let someone down. Let down, actually, one important thing is that we often use this verb as a noun, actually. You can say something was let down. And if you use it as a noun, you would combine the verb and the preposition together, and it would become one noun, kind of like a compound noun. So, I heard that film was amazing, but it was such a letdown. Okay, and our final phrasal verb is to hype up, which is also separable. So again, you can take it apart and put a pronoun in the middle. And it means when you praise something publicly in order to excite people. So often the media would hype up something, or journalists would hype up something. So for example, that new film is being hyped up so much, I'm sick of seeing it online. So it's like you see this thing everywhere. If something is hyped up, it's everywhere. Online, on TV, in the newspaper. So someone can be hyped up, or something can be hyped up, or someone can hype up something. Okay. If you want to separate it, you could say the media hyped it up so much that da-da-da. So again, you would separate, put that pronoun in the middle. Okay, so that's all of our 5 phrasal verbs that you can use in your review. Now you're going to practice. So again, for Pear Deck users, if you flick to the next slide, you can do this interactively. If you're doing this normally, click the link below this video and you'll be able to play a game or a quiz to practice these phrasal verbs that I just told you now. So again, Pear Deck users, just click start on your screen and you'll be able to see at the bottom here the phrasal verbs, and then you'll have a definition here and you need to click the correct phrasal verb. So to start liking something more was grow on, and I'll leave the rest to you. Again, if you're doing this just normally without Pear Deck, click the link below this video and you'll be able to play this too. So there's a game for you there, and there's also a quiz as well. So the game, you have to match the definitions to the phrasal verbs. In the quiz, you have to complete the sentences. And again, it will be in the same way. Pear Deck users, just flick to the next slide, and regular users, click the link below this video. Okay, and that's everything for our phrasal verbs, so join me in the next lecture where we'll be looking at some vocabulary to describe films. I'll see you there. Bye.